What is going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. So today we say goodbye to some of my last few remaining 1/6 scale statues in the collection. Unfortunately, 1/6 just isn't cutting it anymore for the Flankster, and we're getting rid of it. So as of the recording of this video, they're about to pay me, but I more or less I should receive payment any second. But all three of these are sold. Unless a person backs out, then if you're interested, I'll let you know. I sell all three for $41.50 plus shipping. Link on Loftwing, link on Epona, link on Redesign, exclusive with LED lights. Here they are, absolutely amazing statues. I'd love to keep them, but it's time to go to a better home. I'm not getting rid of all my Zelda statues. I'm keeping the 1/4. But just getting one last good look of all three together before they go off to new home. And I do have plans, and I'll go over those with you guys. So let's go to the DBZ room, DBZ video game room. So yeah, for the longest time, this has been my Zelda display. But what we're going to do, I'm still going to keep Zelda statues here. We're changing out this shelf. I want to do a garage shelf, because I want to be able to utilize the closet back there. There's quite a bit of shelving and underutilized stuff in that closet. But we're going to remove this PAX unit, just do one shelf for Zelda. Like one garage shelf, for example, with all three of my 1/4s, the Triforce, Majora's Mask, that little Link from Link Between Worlds, and the 1/6 I'll probably just throw at the top of the closet. Unless someone wants these two 1/6, I'll sell them. They're both the exclusive. I'd sell them both for $220. But this is what I'm keeping. This is the favorite. I'm a 1/4 guy, and this is my favorite design. All from Zelda Twilight Princess. You got the custom Link, Princess Zelda, Ganondorf 1/4. They all look amazing. So this is all we're going to keep for the most part, plus the additional props. So yeah, the question back is, what are we going to do here? And that is what I'm going to tell you now. So I'm going to move the Bruce Lee display in the closet. Similar to how I'm going to have Joker, bust in 1/3, Infinity bust in 1/3 in my other room. We're doing the same thing here. We're doing the bust in 1/3 in the closet. So we're going to make it about as tall as that Broly shelf. Just because it will be standing when I view this statue instead of sitting. I'll want it a little bit higher than my standard garage shelf. Just another 7 inches maybe. So we'll put Bruce Lee bust in 1/3 there. Should fit. Might be a tiny bit tight, but it will fit. I'll just have to angle him slightly more this way, which is fine. And the nice thing is his arm will no longer be in walking. Look at that Jupiter's cock. The arm is so deep, so it's best in a deep spot like that. That PAX is, I think, a 25-inch deep PAX unit. It's quite deep. So Bruce Lee's arm sticking out there, not going to be in the walkway. It will be perfectly fine. Plus, there's additional depth in that closet beyond that shelf, quite a bit. So we'll definitely be able to fit Bruce Lee perfectly fine. What I'll do is I'm going to bring Devil May Cry back into this display. And I'll probably actually do Devil May Cry right here. Reason being, Devil May Cry looks much better up high than Horizon does. Horizon looks great down low because Aloy is looking up. So that is actually perfectly fine right there. Plus, I really like it beneath God of War. So we're actually going to do Devil May Cry right there. Here in the corner. That should work and look good. And then what I'll eventually probably do is lower that down low and do Prime 1, Uncharted, and Last of Us 1. Not going to do Prime 1, Last of Us 2. This LE is perfectly fine. Scale's good. Great detail. Great paint. So we'll do Last of Us 1, Uncharted above. Eventually get a Tomb Raider statue. Hopefully by Prime 1, or who knows, maybe I'll get that wetted fighting the Velociraptors. And, I'm still selling that Bruce Lee 1/4, but eventually I might even just move Snake there and just remove that glass shelf in general. So, yeah, some big news, big plans. I do think in general this whole display looks better without the Bruce Lee. I justified putting Bruce Lee here, but I think moving him to the closet will work quite good. So, yeah, that is the plan. I'm going to search for a garage shelf that can fit there. I have about 33 inches width, at least, you know, on the side of the closet. I haven't measured if I could just fit a garage shelf inside. I might actually be able to. I need to do some measurements. So as soon as I get these Zelda 1.6 boxed up and shipped, I'm going to remove this entire shelf and do some measurements, and then buy a garage shelf that will sufficiently fit, hold everything, do Zelda 1/4 beneath and Bruce Lee above, and then move Devil May Cry back. So definitely a solid plan. I think will work and look better, and it makes this room so it's only 1/4, 1/3, and bust. Now I do have a few plans here as well for this room right here that I wanted to go over with you guys. Yeah, so Infinity Joker here, and this is like the big closet. So Infinity Joker will look great, you know, bust in 1/3 plus stuff above. So I did pre-order Black Adam. I did Vigilante version for a few reasons. He was in black 99% of the movie. The cloak only works in that costume. The gold one needs like a Superman type cape. There's no guarantees Prime 1 will change that. In addition, the gold is wrong color. It should be a shiny metallic gold, and it wasn't on the statue, and I don't know if they're going to change that, and I just prefer my statues a little bit more movie accurate. So we're going to stick with the black Vigilante version. But I kind of have an idea. You know, if it looked good down low, I would consider doing all my Suicide Squad right here. I'd basically scatter those Infinity props throughout here, move Iron Man where Thor's hammer's at, you know, or maybe even just move Thor here with Wanda and just do Iron Man next to Loki. That works completely fine. And then right there would be Deadshot, Joker, Harley bust. And most likely I'll eventually move this shelf out and just do Guardians next to Thor. Scoot that over, Doctor Strange there. I don't know if I'll get Cap and Thor, just depends on my situation. The future is so unpredictable. I'm not pre-ordering them, massive deposits. So we'll see in the future. As of right now, I'm not POing them. But then the idea would be to have this stay the exact same. Right there, do Steppenwolf, Darkseid, Queen Superman black suit, Black Adam, Shazam. Boom, done. That stays as the J&D line, and that would be Suicide Squad line. And removing this would make this walkway more open, which would allow better viewing angles. You know, like instead of blocking that, I could see it perfectly. I could walk and step back a little bit further to see this. So at the end of the day, I do want to remove this. In fact, I may just remove it right now after this video. So yeah, that is kind of what I wanted to go over with you guys. Some nice, good changes that I think will look better. Once the Zelda 1.6 is officially out, the only 1.6 I'll own are the two little Zelda up top, which is fine, and the Avengers 1.6, which I tried to sell them. Nobody wanted them, you know, especially at like a ridiculously 60% off retail. So I'm just like, screw it, I'll keep it. It does work and look great here, so I don't have plans to sell them. Plus it's a diorama, so dioramas are a little bit different. I believe dioramas are acceptable when it's 1.6. And Zelda kind of does count as dioramas because it's a, you know, it's on something, a boat, a horse, a giant bird. So, you know, but this is going to help fund some additional very expensive pre-orders that are shipping in the next 4 months. So I just want to be very prepared. And let me actually just move this right now. Alrighty, check it out. Look how much nicer that is. Boom. Yeah, so ideally I'd like to not have that little display there. So if we do Suicide Squad there, move Iron Man. Although doing this, I do have to eventually either not get Mark 7 bust or just replace it, the Mark 50. And Mark 7 is my favorite suit, so I'll probably just sell the 50. So, yeah, look at how much more open that is. Very nice. Anyways, folks, just wanted to show this to you guys, give you a little statue display update. If for some reason my seller does not pay on Zelda, feel free to hit me up. Ideally, I'd like to sell all three, $41.50 plus ship. They did seem very interested, so, you know, it probably is sold. That is it. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day. Alrighty, so I honestly kind of forgot what I already recorded, but I'm just going to add it from the previous video to this video. But I wanted to give you guys an update because I did everything and whatnot. So just quickly showing this to you because I already forgot what I talked about. But here is the video game section. Now I actually do plan to go back to the way it was before, when it was the perfect display. Right now it looks a little off considering 3-2-2, 4-2-3. I don't like that, so I'm going to return Aloy and Stalker back up, which are there, those three there. That way it's 3-4-3, 2-2-2. So I will do that tomorrow. I'm tired and I already showered. Here is what I've done for Zelda. Now this is possibly temporary. I don't know. We'll see in the future. Because again, I don't need space for like Uncharted for a super long time. As you can see, Bruce Lee is not really in the walking distance. You know, I'm not going to hit that hand ever. Same with like Broly. But here's how I did Zelda with a poster. And I just utilized this glass shelf for all the remaining like props and smaller stuff. I went ahead and just removed this glass shelf. At the end of the day, I really don't want a glass shelf here, in all honesty. I want this additional like walking space. Because I can't sell these, I decided just to throw some glass shelves I had extra. Just going to keep them. Nobody wants them. So if nobody wants them, I'm not going to give them away for free or box them up. They still look cool here, so I'm just going to keep the dinosaurs here. But I'm not going to put statues underneath. I'll actually just do Blu-rays and just put all my Blu-rays here instead of over there. And this is the Bruce Lee closet, more or less. So you got the 1/3 with bust. Fortunately, it just barely fits where it, like he's not blocking him, as you can see. I can still visually see everything perfectly. And then I utilized these shelves to put the COA, the movie, and above just like my golden dragon I got from a Chinese temple in the Philippines, Cebu, and that. Underneath, I just did my Bruce Lee 1/4 as well. So I actually bought an additional one of those, so I got an extra one. But yeah, just a Bruce Lee closet. No one wanted to buy the 1/4 Bruce Lee, so I'm like, I'll just throw it there. It's a Bruce Lee closet. It still looks great. And I like how this looks. Now, eventually in the future, I will need space for Nathan Drake Uncharted and Last of Us Prime 1. Those are the only other two statues I need to add to this in general display. So we already got Nathan Drake on PO. And I haven't yet seen Last of Us, so we'll need to see that. But those are the only two I'd need to add. I likely won't be adding any more. I mean, let's see on Elden Ring. But we will see. I also didn't put the shelf completely to the left. I put it sort of in the middle. That way there's that space for Goku as well, and Broly doesn't have to be more in the middle. Bruce Lee bust looks great here. And I'm not going to walk into that hand. He has decent lighting. Put some lighting in general in the closet area just to make it look better. Don't like when it's dark. And that looks good for the 1/4. Now, I can fit the 3 Zeldas there, although it doesn't give the best visuals for Ganondorf in the back. And I can fit all the Zelda extras up there. I already tested out. It did look good. I may return it to that eventually, but I do need this display to be higher up to be able to see like Ganondorf in the back. So, yeah, we will see. I definitely move this shelf at least Broly height or potentially something else. I actually have an idea. I don't have... This is actually 2 shelves back to back because I don't have a shelf that would fit this perfectly. So it's 2 shelves, 12-inch shelves each, 30 inches wide. I'd actually probably just buy something to put this on as like a riser underneath. Because I don't have a way of making this taller like I could do that. I don't have any more of those bars, don't want to buy any. But eventually I do plan to make it at least as tall as Broly. That way Bruce Lee's head is right underneath that dragon. That's kind of the idea. And to allow better visuals underneath. Here it is, and I might actually probably get some sort of like, that Chinese Wing Chun master from Ip Man I used to have with my 1/6 figure. I wouldn't mind that actually right there, like a big sign. I think that'd actually be super cool, so I'm going to look into that. Because this is the final spot for Bruce Lee. He is never going to be moved again. This is a dedicated corner for him where he doesn't really look out of place. It's a DBZ ends right here. Then this goes into a Bruce Lee closet. and then back into video games, you know, and so forth, video games going along this wall. So it definitely works, and I think it looks great. And now I no longer have a PAX unit. All my shelves are either this glass curio or a garage shelf. Anyways, that is it. See you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.